Hi YouTube! Nintendo Fangirl here with some exciting footage. So last week I got invited out to play hands-on Nintendo Switch Sports, which was super exciting for me because I missed the playtest when it came up a couple months ago, February I think it was. I was traveling and so I didn't get to do the playtest. So this was my opportunity to finally go hands-on with this game. Nintendo Switch Sports is of course the sequel or the successor, I'm not sure how you would word it, to the wildly popular Wii Sports, which was bundled with Wii hardware, and then eventually Wii Sports Resort. Not everyone got to experience Wii Sports Resort, but everyone gets to experience Nintendo Switch Sports. So, let's go. First of all, while we're going through this, I just want to give major thank yous to Nintendo for inviting me out, and thank you to all of the lovely people who were helping to demo the game. It's a lot more fun to play this game with multiple people, whether you're online or in person. So thank goodness for all of you. So we did play every single sport that's available in Nintendo Switch Sports, which you'll see right here in Spoko Square. One of the great things about this game is that the world building for a dinky little sports game, if you want to call it that, is amazing. Just incredible. Like, try and look at the backgrounds in some of this footage. It feels endless, the details. Anyway, the first thing that we played was the soccer kickoff. So the soccer kickoff involves the leg strap, which is the identical leg strap to the leg strap that's used for Ring Fit Adventure, which you'll see right here. If you buy the physical edition of this game, which costs $50, it comes with the leg strap. If you don't buy the physical edition of this game, if you buy the digitally in the eShop or from a retailer, it's $40, so you save $10, but no leg strap. However, if you already have the leg strap from Ring Fit Adventure, you're fine. If you really want to duct tape it to your leg, I guess you could probably do that, but I would go ahead and assume it's not recommended. So when you're kicking here, like you see here, it is fairly responsive. It's 100% responsive, don't get me wrong, but this is all about timing, not about aim. So it's not really measuring where you're kicking as far as I can tell. It's measuring how early or how late you kick this ball. So it feels tactical, not in the way that you would think. That was my takeaway from it. And it was enjoyable. This is not the sport, this kickoff, that I would be spending my time doing personally. If I didn't already have the leg strap and I wasn't a hardcore must-buy everything Nintendo fan, then I probably would opt for the digital version of the game if this was the only selling point for me on a physical version. That said, it's fun. It's just not crazy impressive compared to some of the other tech in the game and some of the other sports, in my opinion. Moving on, the next sport we played was volleyball. You will note here, I am terrible at volleyball, evidently. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's maybe a little slower than I want it to be. It's very simple. You have to set the ball to your teammate, and then your teammate jumps and hits the ball, jumps and spikes the ball. This is what I mean. Me and sports don't get along. Maybe volleyball is just too complicated. Having to hit the ball more than twice is too much. But I think with some practice it'd be a lot more fun. This wasn't my favorite purely because I was awful at it, but I don't hate it. I think I would have a lot more fun playing this with people online as well if I was good at it. Big asterisk there. I don't know if I would be. More practice needed. Also, after all of these, they do these like really cute playbacks, which you can skip, of course, but they're nice to see. Moving on, next sport, we have my personal returning favorite, bowling. So the great thing about the local bowling in this version of the game in Nintendo Switch Sports is that you can have 4 people bowling at the same time, simultaneously. There's no need to bowl and then wait for the next person to take their turn, and then bowl and wait for the next person to take their turn. Everyone goes all at once. So these games go pretty quickly. The mechanics of it are pretty much identical to how they were in past games. You turn, you hold down the back trigger button, and you throw the ball. And then hopefully you get a strike. It feels good. It feels exactly like it did. The HD Rumble, as far as I can tell, is doing exactly what it needs to. The feedback is there where it feels like you're knowing when you're kind of letting go of the ball, and and that's true for all of these sports. It's like you know when you're hitting the ball or when it's time for you to jump or things like that. So bowling, very likely my favorite. I didn't get to try out the like obstacle bowling. I don't know exactly what it's called, but there's a version of the bowling in which you have to go like over ramps and jump over little gaps. I didn't get to try that, but that I'm guessing is the more challenging of the bowling. And I'm really looking forward to the survival bowling where you have a bunch of players online all at once. That's where I'm gonna shine. I already know it. This is all I got going for me. So let's hope that there's good competition out there. By the way, I didn't get to demo the online. I was assured that it's available for every sport. And also, I know by playing online, you get the competitive aspect. You also get to earn things for your sports maid, which is what these little people, these non-Miis are called. You can use a Mii in game. You can import a Mii. I don't know if there's a Mii builder, but you can import one from your Switch. But I love the sports maid characters. I think they're cuter than Mii's. They're more customizable. So I'm pretty happy with them as it is. And I'm really looking forward to earning cute little outfits and stuff for them. Anyway, what you're seeing now here is 4-player tennis. So just like bowling, we're all playing at once on the same court. This is another one that requires a certain reaction speed that I don't think I quite got myself to during this practice play session, but it's responsive. It feels good. The Joy-Cons do move 1-to-1 with where your hand is, whether it's a backswing or a non-backswing. I hit foreswing, I don't know. So it's pretty much all you can ask for with tennis. However, that said, badminton, in my opinion, is where it's at, which is what you see right now. So badminton, if you haven't played in person before, this is like one of the few sports that I was willing to participate in high school gym class. Badminton is basically tennis but faster, with a little birdie, which has different gravity than a tennis ball. So the reason I like badminton is because, like I just said, it's faster. It feels like table tennis or just like a quick back and forth. You don't have to think as much about teammates on your team. You don't have to think as much about going out of bounds because it is such a small court. It's more about the speed, how hard you hit the birdie, and whether you're hitting it to a blind spot. You can get tired and fall over in badminton, so that's an interesting bonus aspect there. Chambara, or the sword fighting, is another newbie that's amazing. This is so much fun, Chambara. Basically, the whole goal is to knock your opponent off of the platform, and the tricky thing is if you block, they get stunned, and they try and hit you, you get stunned, but you have to block kind of in the opposite direction that they're hitting. I was thinking of it kind of like Skyward Sword. That first round, I just kind of went crazy and hit him off the board, but there is a lot of strategy to this when you're playing correctly. There is a lot of, which direction are they going to hit me in? If it's vertical, then I want to make sure to block horizontally. If it's horizontal, I want to make sure to block vertically. If it's diagonal, I got to make sure I'm blocking at the right diagonal. It's really interesting, really fun, and It's super responsive with the Joy-Cons. It moves exactly as you want it to. You feel it when you're hitting your opponent. You feel it when you get stunned. It's good. This is probably my new favorite, as opposed to my returning favorite being bowling. I feel like I could get good at this if I tried really hard. I ain't quite get there at this point, but when this comes out, this is where I foresee myself sinking a lot of time into, especially in online matches. I want the people of the internet to feel my wrath. That felt good. Okay. And so last up on here, you already saw the soccer kickoff. What you're seeing now is actually soccer being played with the Joy-Con rather than the leg strap. And this is a team play soccer. So we're on a team of 4 versus 4. We're running around it's not a court, the field, that's the word, running around the field, chasing the ball. It almost feels a little bit like Rocket League, not so fast, and not so unruly. There's, I think, a bit more gravity than something like Rocket League, but you have a stamina meter, you're running around the field, you have several different ways to kick the ball. Here the direction is very responsive with the Joy-Con in terms of where you're hitting it, whether it's upward, downward, left or right. So the goal is obviously to just score into the other opponent's goal. And here we're playing against computers, and I was just making a mental note that the computers are actually really smart. The AI is pretty darn good at what they're doing. Maybe it's just because it's a simple sport, but FYI, might have some real opponents out here in the computers. Overall, I did really like the soccer tournament, or the soccer game aspect. I just felt like it was a little faster than some of the other games, and it wasn't as one-to-one plug and go, like hit here, hit there, make sure you get the timing right and you'll win. This is more actual strategy involved. So this is probably one that I'm gonna anticipate is really fun online. Hope you enjoyed my preview session of Nintendo Switch Sports. I super duper enjoyed the game. Probably if I were to pick my favorites, it would probably be Chambra and bowling. Least favorites would be volleyball, again, because I am just terrible at it. Maybe by the time the game comes out, I'll be not terrible at it after a few practice sessions or whatnot, but for now, not for me. The other one is tennis, just because my brain apparently doesn't get that reaction time down. Again, practice probably will be less bad at it, and that will make it more fun. But for now, I'm just gonna stick with my favorites, which are bowling and Chambra, and I can't wait till this game comes out. The game comes out April 29th. I was right the first time. The game comes out April 29th. Like I mentioned, it's $50 if you're getting the physical edition in the store because it comes with a leg strap. I was also told that the leg strap would be at some point, I don't know if it's going to be on April 29th, but it would be available separately, which is also important if you plan on playing multiplayer within one household. So if you can buy multiple leg straps, that'll be helpful. I'm super looking forward to this game finally launching because I'm super looking forward to playing the online modes. I'm the kind of person that, like, if there's not good online in a game, I can't do much with playing with other people, so. But in this case, I am feeling pretty confident about what we're getting for online here, so I'm excited. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these sports or how they play in the comments. I do have some more footage of them that I'll be trying to share probably on TikTok, maybe in YouTube Shorts if you have any interest in those. Just let me know what you're actually interested in seeing, because I do have like an hour of footage that I can cut up. Other than that, super quick housekeeping. PAX East is in basically a week and a half at this point. I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all, but I have a panel with Abdallah and Amanda on Friday. That'll be live streamed. I'm also doing Stream Stars on Thursday. That'll be live streamed. So if you have any interest in following what I'm doing, not on my channel, if you follow PAX East on their Twitch, they'll live stream a bunch of stuff there. I also have a super exciting sponsorship that just came up last week, and I'm so excited to share it, but it's a secret for right this minute. But maybe in a couple days. Keep your eyes peeled. I think that's it. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about Nintendo Switch Sports, and I will do my best to answer them. I'm really excited. April 29th. Talk to you soon. Love you.
Diku, diku, diku. Da-na-na-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, da-na-na-na-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.